Hello everybody, my name is Andre Veskimeister and you are watching LockersFirst podcast. Today's guest is Halim Sertbas from Rovenma. Hi Halim, how are you doing?
Hello, hi, I'm fine. Thank you very much, Andre. How are you?
I'm also fine. It's always nice to see you and talk to you. We know each other already for years. So you have quite a long history in Parcel Locker business as such, a lot of contacts and clients. Could you tell me a little bit about your history, your personal story? How did you end up to Parcel Locker business?
Sure. We actually started this business in 2016. So you're right, it has been a while, like almost 8 years. So when we think about the whole market, 8 years is make us one of the oldest producer in this market. So personally, I can give you a little bit information by myself. I am 38 years old, computer engineer, kind of a serial entrepreneur. This is not my first and last entrepreneur. I started with some different hardwares like drones, gimbals, even before some other electricity vehicles. But then we saw a chance in Turkey that Turkey we saw some postal organizations looking for this kind of last mile solutions as a parcel locker. So because there are not so many high-tech hardware producers in the country, so we decided with my partner, we are two co-founders by the way, Shadi, he's electrical engineer and another co-founder of the company. So I am working as a CEO and he is working as a CTO. So we were looking for this kind of high-tech technology, make our life, easier, and the logistics and this e-commerce business is getting very bigger. So we started with Turkish Post to about these parcel locker technologies because they had already like five lockers from now our competitor. So we actually started to solve some problems in that area, and actually we solved it very well, and they like it because many years they haven't had any efficiency from that part. Actually, it's not only because the product, it's about the system. So I don't want to say anything to our competitors. Of course, it's a good one as well, but maybe some communication and maybe some other problems. So after we started this business, we decided to found our own company, but not actually only for parcel locker in the first time, but during these 8 years it has been only parcel lockers for us, because honestly we didn't expect such a hard work and such a intense work, because from outside these parcel lockers, maybe you agree with me, it looks just metal boxes. I mean, only some sheet metals is bended, welded and painted. So they put it on the street everywhere you can see, but when we go into it very detail, we saw many challenging works. So it took all our time, honestly, this during 8 years, so thanks for our team, because Turkey has very talented engineers, and we achieved many things. So the history is actually started like this, but then went very intense with so many work. So Rovenma is founded in 2016 as robotic vending machine. The name is because we wanted to do other vending machines like parcel lockers. It can be reverse vending machine, it can be maybe some other grocery technologies, or there are so many automation systems, this kind of robotic and unmanned systems, because we had many also experiences in that areas. My partner also Shadi is founded one of the first robotic company in Turkey, and he sold his company. I had also sold my own other aerospace company. So we combined all our power and network in Rovenma. So we started from really beginning. I mean, everything is designed and produced in-housely. I sometimes think that maybe we should not did that much detail, because maybe we could use some more outsource. But because we were maybe young entrepreneur, we were like 30 years old that years, and we have been thinking that it seems very easy, but at the end, one customer came in front of the lockers. His or her parcel is only inside that one. I mean, it has to be work. There is no other chance. Because if you go in front of another vending machine, it can be an ATM, or maybe it can be a reverse vending machine. If it doesn't work, I mean, it's not end of your life. You can go to other one. But you cannot go to the other parcel locker to take your parcel, because your parcel is in that one. So the working level, I mean, the successful work rate should be very high in that business. So all of these parameters make us very stressful and make us to go to all details in-housely. So we actually designed all electronic cards, all software, and all mechanics in-housely. And plus, we did maybe more crazy thing that we also designed and produced our own electronic locks. It's kind of heart of this machine, because the name is coming from, the parcel locker is coming from the electronic locks. So we also touched the heart of this production side. So it was another business, because there are many companies who did only, for example, electronic locks. Some of them only do the software side. Some is maybe only doing the electronic parts. So we did all of them. So it's make us more stressful, tired, but in the end, we have really many things in our pocket. Maybe we couldn't have as much as customer we were expecting, but it's not only because we did like many in-house. I think it's also because of the global economy, the pandemic, and everything also affected. Some is positive, but most of them is honestly negatively affected, especially the producers. So the main idea and the beginning of the company is like this. The strategy is becoming, like I told you, a little bit detailed. I can say the beginning is like this.
But now you are not only a Turkish company anymore. You are providing to different countries and even continents. Tell me a little bit about your reach. Where your parcel lockers can be found.
Okay, yeah, It's very interestingly. We are now from Tunis, from Africa. And in Asia side, because of the Turkish side, and then European side. So we are at now 3 continents. How it is started, these different climates, because we say climate is important. I mean, we don't see the country as a country, we see it's a climate because it's very important. The humidity, the weather is affected, so much because not so many technology, not so many hardware is standing alone on the street naked, because these parcel lockers is totally naked. The all weather condition is directly goes to them. We, as I said before, we started with Turkish Post. Still, they are our customer. We do because maintenance. It's a 24/7 days maintenance. We are in like 8 cities, 8 cities in Turkey, with Turkish Post, with Trendyol, and also Pudo, our customer. But we don't give the same service very often in Turkey. Trendyol is one of our milestone, honestly, because it's a Alibaba subsidiary company in Turkey, and one of the biggest also company in Turkey, because they are very successful company, very big company. Now they are a player also in Europe. Maybe you are hearing more these days in Netherlands, in Germany, because we are also trying to go with them in Azerbaijan. After very intense work in Turkey with our companies, customers, we started to work with Romania and Tunis in the same time. In Romania, our customers is already have more than 1,500 in that days. So we started with them 300 points, and it was also very good experience for us. Still, all of them is working, and then we go to the Slovakia. It was interesting customer. I like them very much. It's a father-daughter company, and they wanted to start another business with parcel lockers because they created an application, and then they wanted to sell the products from the parcel lockers from the app. So it was different approach. So when we look all our customers, Tunisia, it's a Tunis Post. It's a governmental postal organization in Tunis, also our customer. So when we look to the map, the Rovenma lockers is having experience in very hot weather in Africa, and hot and humidity weather in Antalya, for example. I think many people know Antalya very well because of the holiday region, and very crowded city like Istanbul. It's a 16 million people live there, and this is also important, like weather, because the so many interaction in the daily life is also affecting this kind of technologies, hardwares, and very cold weather, like sometimes in Ankara also. It's our, by the way, we are in Ankara. Maybe I didn't say that we are located in Ankara. Since we found still we are in Ankara. So very different climates and weather conditions we already experienced in the 8 years. So it makes us stronger. But honestly, I need to say this, because in the end, all of us is human and doing work as much as we can. We made some faults, of course, and all the time these feedbacks very, very crucial for our next production, and these feedbacks from the field is maybe the most valuable thing for the producers, especially doing in-house production, because honestly we saw some problems about corrosion, honestly, and then we check our quality systems again, or maybe we saw that some of our in-house production is not efficient for the market because it has to be cost effective. And then what can I say more about these feedbacks from the field? Actually, it comes almost every week, but none of them, not all of them is worth to talk about on it. But it's always very good to have these feedbacks, especially our own team mates doing this work on the field, because we have many systems for these also data transfers from the field in-house from customers, because we use many tools like project management tool, like repository tool, and field software is different, ERP is different. So having this kind of company is not only designing technology, also the infrastructure is very important for the management and these works. So yeah, these three different continents and almost different 5 countries. Oh, and I want to add another thing. First time we started also give a service producing white label for customers. We also had this experience last year. One of our Portugal customer. So it's also make us stronger, because the first time we did other companies' designs, honestly, because we have been always producing our own design on Parcel Locker, but first time we gave a service as a white label producer, because after so many experience about these very easy metal boxes, very easy. So after all of these experiences, we thought that we can give this experience to others, design and production. I mean, why not? This is the cooperation. If you are seeing all of them as a competitor, you cannot go further.
Yeah, but let's talk about products now. Let's say there are those traditional parcel lockers that are sort of big and connected and mounted to the walls and etc. And now the recent trend is those battery-powered smaller lockers. What do you see in a sense that is this battery-powered locker? Is it sort of hype and everybody is talking about that, but is it, or is it really a sort of product that customers are already ordering and installing, and so what is your take on that? What is the future? Smaller battery based or bigger traditional ones?
Yeah, it's a good point, Andre, because nowadays the market is talking about this issue so much, and what we are thinking, we also have a battery-powered one, and there are some advantage and it can be disadvantage of the other systems, like in every other markets, because for battery lockers, some people say that this is the future of the parcel lockers. I mean, it will go there. It can be. I cannot say 100% like this, but it can be. It's a possibility, because customers need also shape the producers and shape the market. So it's always important to listen customers, what they need, what's their problem. So I can see one of the big problem is the rental places, because it can be a problem for renting a place and also having infrastructure of the electricity in that areas. This is right. And sometimes many land is possible to find, and that's why you want to put many lockers. So it take us to put, as you said, little one and battery powered one. So this is also another strategy. So I think it changes country by country, or let's say customer by customer. So I can see advantage of the battery lockers, yes, but I still see the advantage of the traditional one or electricity one. From Rovenma side, honestly, we didn't do the mass production of the battery lockers that much from the traditional one, because we are one of the oldest producer in the world as a parcel locker producers. So, but we have been totally sure that our battery powered one also pretty ready for the mass production, because already finished all tests. Also we started to solar powered battery one, because we have two different battery powered actually. One is non-chargeable batteries, at least 10 years can work standalone, and the other one is 3 to 5 years up to the usage, rechargeable battery with the solar power is also working standalone. So this is also important to have these different varieties, because the sun affects these systems in some countries more, in some countries not. And also having 10 years battery powered means having not electronic on it, but in some cases some customers have at least some pin pad on it and maybe a barcode reader, so it has to be a solar powered with that electronics. So that's why we designed and produced and finished all tested of these two different battery powered. So I can also remember I have designed award actually from Germany. It's one of the best industrial design award that we have it with our battery powered design. Actually pretty same with our traditional one, but it's always good to have these awards, because as far as I guess, we are maybe the only company that's having that much industrial award, because we care the aesthetic of the lockers so much. Maybe I can jump another subject from here, or if you have another question, I can combine them.
Yeah, my next question was actually not about the lockers anymore, but about the manufacturers. Last time we met, it was in Amsterdam in Post and Parcel Expo, and you probably also noticed that there were more than 30 manufacturers present, and there are much more of them actually only in Europe. So it's a large number, as you said. What can go wrong to bend the metal and make a box and then hire an IT person to put the computer in? So easy peasy. But no, let's say this is not sustainable. So, but this is too big number for the Europe at least. On the other hand, you said that you are using several models. You have your own ecosystem with software, with hardware, but you are doing also sort of white label production for others if needed. So, what do you think? What is the future for the manufacturers? Are manufacturers going to specialize? I don't know, for white label products or for hardware only, or the whole ecosystem? So, what is your bet? Where are you leading Rovenma?
It's a very good question, Andre, honestly, because very important for the producer side, because they need to be, I mean, we need to be care so much, because the parcel locker producers, it's not like the automobile market, because they have their orders like in the queue. Sometimes when you want to order a car, it can be sometimes 3 months, 6 months, especially after chip crisis. It can be 1 year. But in a normal time as well, the parcel local producers don't have a chance like the automobile or ATM producers, because it's a very new market and people think that it will be, you know, huge. I mean, thousands of lockers will be installed every day. It's not that much easy, because as we talked before, having the rental place, lands, also another bottleneck, and there are also other bottlenecks in some other countries. So producers cannot produce every day. This is I think this is the truth, because this is what I saw also from all our competitors, especially this year in Netherlands. We talk. Also, I talk almost all producers and friends. It's always, by the way, good to see people at the Post Expo, and they have the same problem. So what we decided to do is we closed our own factory. It was 10 square meter place, but we didn't have so much machinery. We actually do the assembly. But after closing, we were more happy, because we finished one European project and we finished one in-house Turkey project, and we almost started a Gulf project these days. So it was more efficient from our side. Why? Because after 8 years, we had a very strong supply chain. And what we saw is there are many talented producers, the metal producers. But when we look at the parcel locker, it's not only sheet metals. We have also injected parts. We have many cabling parts, the electronic production as well, because we do our own electronics in-house. It has to be assembled also from the SMD machine. So when we started use this strong supply chain, we would happier, and our also parcel lockers is getting more cost efficient, because every cost is affected your sale price. So as a producer side, we are now doing our production fabulous. We also did this white label production, like as we working as a fabulous. So I agree with you. It's a very important subject that producers should care, and this is what we do. And now it is better than okay.
So Halim, we have to wrap it up this discussion here today, and maybe you will have some final thoughts about the parcel locker business and your company future.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you are right. There are so many subjects, and it's sometimes very long. So actually, I want to give an example about another market that why Rovenma is doing everything in-housely. I want to give an example between Microsoft and Apple. You know, Microsoft is known as a software company, and they have some maybe hardwares, but you know, it's a already known software company. But Apple is doing also the hardware, the software, and everything like Rovenma. And when we look at these two brands, there are some advantages and disadvantages of these brands. But especially from the Apple side, it's a full integrated from the all parts of the machine, what they produce, by the way, and all software. It's all designed in-housely. And what is the best part of having these all together? By these power, they can be more cost effective actually, especially at the mass production side. And the machines are lifelong machines, because you know every single detail very well. And by this way you can also do the custom made easier, because you know everything that you can change the design. So it's a really different perspective, but sometimes it looks harder. But this is what we did already, and they all already in our pocket. And I can also say our strategy that we want to use the Turkey location more, because when we look to the global economy, the logistics is much more important these days, and some other world trade lines is not very efficient these days, because of some very bad war things happening, and some other problems is happening because of the energy side. Even the weather is affecting these logistic lines. So having this kind of company, this kind of asset I think is a very big chance for Europe, for Africa, for the Asia, because we are at the middle. So our strategy is to expand our customers more, to use the Turkey location advantage and also work power advantage. So these are our future projects, I can say.
Okay, thank you, Halim. It was really nice talking to you and know more about Rovenma and your plans and your products. So thank you again, and hopefully we will see you at least next time in Parcel Post Expo.
Yeah, sure, of course. Thank you very much, Andre, and I want to congratulate you. It's a very short time. You pointed very good subjects in the parcel locker market. So we are following you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.